Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So it is day 2 of Bookmas and I am going to be sharing a tag tonight. So I have gotten my house kind of cozy. We decorated our tree tonight. We've got lots of lights up and it's pretty late. Everybody is in bed and I'm probably keeping them all up. But hey, I need a quiet moment to make this video. So it's what it is. But we have had a really good evening and now I'm settling in my cozy library and I'm going to do this kind of personal tag. It's called the Booktuber Bio tag. It was originally created by Jessica's library card. She created this tag to celebrate her first anniversary of being on BookTube. And then I was tagged by Daniela from Uncommon Reader like in April. So I'm a little behind. But I thought this would be a good tag to do tonight for day 2 of Bookmas because, you know, it's just kind of personal and I just celebrated my 2nd year here on BookTube in the fall. I've got a lot of new followers and I haven't done, I don't think, like a personal sort of video in a while. So anyway, there are 10 questions to this one and I will try not to ramble. So here we go. The first question is asking basically, who are you? Share a little bit about yourself. So my name is Sarah. I'm 46. I have been married to my high school sweetheart, whose name is Jamie. And we have been married for 28 years. So we were 18 and 19 when we got married, a year after high school. And we have 9 children. They are almost 26 down to almost 13. Our 3 oldest sons have already moved out and are off doing their own thing. 2 of them are married and 1 has 3 children who are 3, 2, and about 7 months. So I'm a grandma as well. And then our 2 oldest daughters live at home. And then my 4 youngest, they're all teenagers and I homeschool them. So I'm in like, I don't even know how many years it's been, 23 or so years homeschooling. I only got 6 years left. And then I'm gonna do something different. I don't know what, but it won't be homeschooling. I live a pretty cozy life, I would say. I live kind of in a forest, even though it's within city limits. The town is all a private community, and so it's just really quiet and clean, and there's not a lot of crime, and it's like 80% retired and elderly people who live here. So yeah, it's a pretty great place to raise kids, especially if you're homeschooling because there's not really any schools here. But anyway, we've lived here for 12 years. We moved here from Oregon, and when my husband graduated college, we moved out here for him to take a job here. He is a software developer for a transportation company out here. And although I have done a lot of sort of work from home type jobs, I've never really worked outside the house much, at least in the last probably 23, 24 years. I did work for a short time as a journalist, a newspaper journalist, and a newspaper editor. I taught preschool and kindergarten, and then when it was time to have my 3rd child, I came home and didn't work outside the house again. But I have worked as like a blogger, a social media influencer for quite a few years, about 15 years, maybe 12 or 15 years. But I mostly just ding around the house. I have a shop, an Etsy shop, where I do a lot of sewn items and bookish things. And so I stay pretty busy with that. But I really like to read, obviously. I also like to write and I like to travel. So those are kind of my 3 big things that I try to fill up my time with: reading, writing, traveling. Even if it's just locally, I like to just kind of explore new places and, you know, just see what's in my local area, as well as I do like to go over to England. I've been to England 6 times since 2013, and I have plans on going back many more times. I just like to, I don't know, I just love it there, and I'm not really doing anything but dorking around, visiting places and, you know, just getting to know the culture and the whatever, everything there, the lay of the land. I really love England a lot. So anyway, that's probably good. about me. Oh, I guess I should mention my faith. So we are Bible-believing Christians. We do go to an Assembly of God church, but we don't really claim like a denomination. We're just whole Bible believers. So I believe that all of the Word of God is true and relevant and should be, you know, heeded in this day and age. We follow, you know, Yeshua, Jesus Christ as our example, and try to obey the Father the best that we can and follow the example of his Son, just to show him that we love him and try to walk as he walked. So yeah, we're just, people ask your denomination, right? They want to know, where do you go to church and what denomination are you? And we're just Bible believers. All right, number 2, how long have you been on BookTube? So I think I started my channel in September of 2023. So 2 years, 4 months. It's been great. I love BookTube. It's the best thing ever. Number 3, what kinds of books do you love to read? Has BookTube had an effect on what you read? So yeah, BookTube has had an effect on what I read, just because, you know, one, you get so many awesome recommendations. Also, I think the BookTube has helped me to be a more conscientious reader, to be a more critical reader, to really pay attention, and to find just kind of the deeper meanings and things. It's not so much reading for entertainment as it is reading for understanding, and knowing that I've got to sort of assimilate that information into, you know, some kind of a video review or whatever, whether it's on Goodreads and I just write out a review or I share it here on the channel. Having that extra step of, you know, being able to process and then sort of regurgitate back the information has really helped me to develop deeper critical thinking and critical reading skills. So I think that that is a really great plus of being on BookTube. I'm naturally a teacher, and so being able to practice that learning for the purposes of teaching, right? I kind of treat it like that, even though I doubt anyone actually comes to my channel to be taught anything, but it's kind of in my mind, it's like, I'm gonna have to give this information back to someone. I need to really learn it, right? And so I love that about the BookTube experience. As far as what kind of books I read a lot of history. And I think that I read more, and I have read more and more history since joining BookTube as well, just because I've been introduced to so many different great, you know, books and tangents and things out there. But I mostly read, if I'm reading fiction, I'm reading classics. I don't really click with a whole lot of modern novels. So I really struggle with anything after about 1910. But there are definitely, you know, exceptions. It's just that I just don't really run right out there and grab modern novels very often. So I really like reading older books. I think there's a good balance in most classics of something that is well written and very literary, but also something that maintains a moral standard to some degree. Even if what they're writing about is immoral, the way that it's written is usually not overtly, you know, just puke. I don't know what the right word is. You know, Mary Shelley is writing about some pretty yucky stuff, but when you're reading it, you're not feeling yucky, if that makes sense. You know, Wuthering Heights, it's writing about some pretty deep and yucky stuff, but you're not feeling gross by reading it. Whereas a lot of modern things write about the same stuff or even less, you know, yucky. But the way that the story is told is just so without class that it just makes you feel gross reading it. Does that make sense? So anyway, if I'm reading fiction, it's usually classics. But nonfiction, I read most nonfiction. I read a lot of history. I like biographies and memoirs, travel books. I don't know. I like most nonfiction. And so I do read a lot of that, mostly history studies. Number 4, what do you enjoy about making BookTube videos? I enjoy imagining my BookTube friends watching them. So when I'm making a video, like I'm imagining in my head, oh, I remember so-and-so talked about this last week, and now here I am talking about it. So I watched hers, she's gonna watch mine. Like, it's a connection, right? And maybe she never actually does watch my video, but in my imagination, I'm talking to my friends. And so we're all gonna connect here, right? When I watch your videos and you watch mine and we have a little conversation. So that does happen often, and that's really nice. But that's the thing I think I really love about making videos, is that I feel like I am contributing to a big conversation, or I am contributing to a big learning experience. And what I put out there just sort of jumps into the pot with everything else that you guys are putting out there. You know, whether you are a booktuber making videos or you are a watcher making comments, we're all kind of throwing everything into the pot, right? And so it's just a great big pot of learning and understanding and growth, right? And so it all just kind of mixes together, and then we all learn from it and put it back out there again. Like, that's such a cool concept, that we are all participating in something that is good for all of us. I just love being a part of that. Number 5, what do you not enjoy about making BookTube videos? The editing. It's really the only thing. I really don't like to edit. It takes me forever to edit. Probably because I do a lot of like stopping and thinking and sighing and drinking my water and talking to my kids and looking something up and all of these things that I have to edit out. And that takes like 4 times longer than actually making the video does. I didn't used to edit anything, and now I'm like, people literally don't want to like sit here while I go. Well, I've never made anybody just sit there, but you know, like all of the stutters and anyway. Okay, number 6. What video on your channel are you the most proud of? I don't know, a lot of them, most of them. I think I wouldn't put it out there if I wasn't proud of it. Just last night I had to go back and I got it done, and I was uploading, and then I was like, I spelled somebody's name wrong. And then I'm like, they won't care, I'll just leave it. I'm so tired. And then I'm like, well, would I care? I wouldn't care, but then I would wonder why they didn't take the time to so I was like, fine. So I had to redo like my whole end thing, and then I had to re-upload. And why am I talking about this? Oh, the video I'm most proud of. Anyway, I wouldn't put it out there if I wasn't proud of it. One thing that I did really enjoy doing lately was the kind of the deep dive I did on Rebecca. I wasn't necessarily proud that I came up with a lot of information. I was proud that I was taking notes while I was reading, and then I actually followed through. Okay, so a lot of times I will take like tons of notes on a book that I read, and then when I get done with a book, I'm just ready to move on to something else. And so I don't actually take the time to put together like a commentary, a video essay that is long enough to actually post to you guys. And so this time, like, I followed through, I put it all together, and it's probably because I was on vacation the whole time and I had lots of free time. But anyway, and made the Rebecca video. And I thought that was a good video, and I thought it had a lot of great points in it, but I was mostly just proud that I actually like finished what was in my imagination to do. Number 7, is there anything you wish was different about BookTube? I can't think of anything. I know my great and vast editing skills make it look like it's only been seconds, but it's actually been a really long time that I've been sitting here staring into space. I don't know. I love BookTube. I can't think of anything that I'd really want to change or that's even worth mentioning, so nope. Number 8, name 3 books that you have reviewed on your channel that you feel represent who you are as a reader. I'm gonna have to look that up, hold on. I don't know like how to sort of think about that question. I think that I'm going to pick 3 books that kind of represent my kind of reading. And I'm just gonna go like my like 3 from my newest, right? Like as they go down my list, the newest reads. The first one I'm going to say is this little essay that I read by Florence Nightingale called Cassandra. It's the angry outcry against the forced idleness of Victorian women. And the reason why I mention that one is because that is exactly the kind of writing that I like to read and analyze and sort of deep dive on. I had a lot of notes on that. It's just a really short essay. It's not even 30 pages, I don't think. But I had a lot of notes on it because I had a lot of thoughts on it. And I like to read things that make me think and make me care, and make me respond. And most of my response to that was kind of negative and snotty, but it was a response, right? I felt like it was worth reading. So usually if I come away with a lot of notes, it's something that was worth reading. Next up would be The Cottage Fairy Companion. I actually made a response, I guess it would be a response video analysis sort of video on that as well. It just made me think a lot, and I am kind of like a next generation up form of this girl who wrote this, and so I had a lot of feedback, I guess, and just a lot of where she is thinking, this is how I want my life to be, and these are the steps I'm taking to make my life this way. I'm on the other side of all of that, saying, I remember thinking that way, and those are great ambitions, but watch out for this, right? Here's the reality of what your dream is, sort of a thing. Kind of made a video on that. And again, another sort of book that I felt was worth my time in analyzing. And then next up after that would be Rebecca, which I have already talked about in this video. But the thing that was really great about Rebecca was there's so much symbolism in that book, both in words, in names, in actions. There's just a lot of symbolism. And so I enjoyed sort of taking the time to draw that out. I've read the book several times and seen the movie 2 or 3 times. And so I felt like I was picking up on things that, I never would have even thought of the first or second time that I read the book. And I enjoyed that. And so I feel like that also represents who I am as a reader, is just, I'm really into symbolism. I'm really into what was the meaning of that blue flower on the table or whatever, right? So anyway, there you go. That one was kind of hard. Number 9. Name 3 booktubers whose content inspires you. Now that one is tough because there's a ton of people that I love to watch and be inspired by. Lately, there are 3 kind of new to me booktubers. They're not necessarily new, but they're new to me, that I have discovered and I'm really enjoying watching. One is Taylor from, is it Tales and Treats with Tay? I hope I got that right. I just started watching her a few days ago, actually. I think I've seen a couple of things over the last year or so, but I started just kind of watching, what she's been putting out regularly, within this week anyway. And this morning I watched her video that she put out talking about what she chose for her family for Advent study. And it just really blessed me because she's just got, I think she said 2 little kids, a baby and then a little toddler. And it's she's just starting into what I'm just finishing up, right? As far as stages of motherhood and just all of her, I don't know, I don't want to embarrass you, Taylor, but just her hopes and her dreams and her plans for her children and the things that she wants to instill in them. And I'm gonna cry, but just all of the things that she has ahead of her in her motherhood. It just blessed me so much to watch that and just be so happy for her, right? Tonight, as our family was decorating the tree, I always sit down with the boxes of ornaments at the table, and I go through, the kids will line up and I give them their ornaments, and after they put it on the tree they come back and get in line and get another one. tonight while I was doing that, I was also separating out the ornaments for a couple of my sons who have moved out so that I can make them their own box and get it to them. And like that was kind of hard, right? Because like that time is done and they're doing their own thing now. And so that was kind of hard to do that. And so just thinking about Taylor and her sweet little family and how, you know, they're just getting going with this whole like life ahead of parenting these little kids. Like it just really blessed me. So I hope that didn't embarrass you, Taylor, but just, you know, that's just the response I had. The second one is Molly Popplewell, and I think her channel is Molly J's Books. Like it's at Molly J's Books, Molly J Books. I can't remember if it has an S or not, but anyway, you guys will find her. She's probably the only Molly Popplewell we have on BookTube, which is such a fantastic name. But the thing that I was watching her this morning too, either this morning or last night, and that girl blesses me so much because like I love to hear her talk about her books and the things that she's excited to read, but then when she laughs, I'm just like, oh, I adore her laugh. It is so sweet, and she just inspires me so much with her joy and her just the sweet and gentle tone of her channel, and it's very positive. I absolutely love listening to Molly talk about her books. So I've been watching her videos for maybe 2 or 3 weeks now. So if you've not visited her channel yet, definitely check that out. I'll put everybody in the description box. Third is Kelly from Kelly Reads a Lot. She is so positive. So I've watched Kelly for quite a bit, and just, I don't know, her smile, her kindness. She seems like a super kind person. We have our love for HTO iced tea, like drive-through iced tea. It's a thing, guys. That is fantastic. We share that in comments, so we have to talk about that every now and then. And I just really love how encouraging she is. She actually even made a short video a week or 2 ago promoting my channel and talking about just me and the things she enjoys about my content and encouraging her followers to watch my videos. And I was like, that is the sweetest thing, right? Like, she did not have to do that. She was just like, hey, I think I'm gonna talk about my friend Sarah real quick. And that just blessed me so much that she would just do that and just, you know, promote my channel for no reason. So thought that was really sweet. But anyway, so yeah, those are my 3. Taylor, Molly, Kelly. Those are 3 people that I've lately started watching more regularly. Either brand new or watching more regularly, and they're very inspiring. So if you haven't watched any of their channels, be sure to check them out. And then the final question actually just goes with that one. It says, share the love. It can be challenging to find your audience. Name 3 booktubers who you think need more hype. And that's what I'm saying. Taylor, Molly, Kelly. I'm hyping them today. Here's your hype. Go watch them. Guys, I hope that this video was fun. You got to learn a little bit more about me. And if you have any questions, just like, I thought maybe it would be fun to do a Q&A here pretty soon. I'm really close to 500 subscribers. And that's just really exciting because that was my like end goal for 2025. I wanted the first year that I was on BookTube, I doubled my subscribers, and then so I wanted to double them again this year, and I literally was just like right around 250 at the beginning of the year. So I'm just about to 500. That would be so fantastic if I actually went over that. And so I was thinking about doing a Q&A, like if I go over 500 or when I go over 500. So if you have other questions that I haven't addressed here, or you want me to elaborate on something or whatever, feel free to leave that stuff in the comments, and maybe I will put together some kind of a Q&A if people have any questions. I don't really care. I'm seriously one of those like open book, probably oversharing sort of people, just because I feel like, what are you gonna do with this information? I'm a stay-at-home mom and my husband works in IT. Like, we're kind of boring. I don't really think anybody's gonna do anything with that information. But if you want to ask like some really indulgent, exciting vulnerable sort of questions, I probably will still answer them. All right, guys, hope you're having a great day. Happy Bookmas Day 2. I will see you soon.